So in this video I want to answer the question of what is gravity. Here we have the Earth and the Moon. This is a satellite. Started, got up to full altitude. Now it's zooming around the Earth. This right here is the atmosphere of the Earth. Okay, particles which separate out by density, which is weight per volume. So different layers of the atmosphere have different types of gases. So this satellite is actually pretty much above the atmosphere of the Earth. Okay, it's still going to hit particles, but most of the Earth's atmosphere is very close to the Earth. Out here is the Moon. We can see so there's two types of electricity: positive electricity, negative electricity, right? So the negative electricity of the Earth is going to be pulling on the positive electricities, and the positive electricities of the Earth is going to be pulling on the negative electricities. Okay, so gravity follows the inverse square law for electricity, and you can look up the Cavendish experiment and the Coulomb experiment, and they both follow this inverse square law, which, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't actually discovered by Isaac Newton. It was actually a guy named Robert Hooke. And I've heard Isaac Newton destroyed all the images of Robert Hooke, and basically he didn't like Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke was a genius who actually, he was an instrument builder. I think he built the pump that took the air out of Robert Boyle's gas law experiment. He built the never mind. Anyhow, the so-called force of gravity arises from electrical attraction. Okay, and then here we have the E equals mc squared. This m here, which they want to say mass, right? Oh, there's this concept called mass that's separate from weight. Actually, this is bogus. The mass energy equivalence is bogus. You don't change energy to mass. You don't change mass to energy. Yes, there is something called energy, but this mass here, you can just replace that with the word weight. Alright? The measure for amount of substance is the mole. So-called mass is just weight. Strong force and weak force, gravity and electricity are one.